Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tiffany and today's video is my declutters for the month of July. Normally I do have this together with my empties, but I decided to separate them just because they were seeming a little long. So I do have a lot of declutters, things that I tried out in my shop my stash where it just didn't work out for me. That's actually awesome for me because I do have a bit of makeup products that I haven't really ever touched and really figured out if I like it or not. I just have it sitting there. So Shop My Stash is working out really great, and I would definitely say if you guys are struggling with the makeup and the amount of makeup you have, feeling overwhelmed, just do a Shop My Stash. I do a monthly one. Some people do weeklies, bi-weekly, however they feel like it, but it gives you a good sense of, do I really like this product and do I really need it in my collection? You already spent the money. If you don't like it, don't plan on working on it. Don't even bother. Just go ahead, give it to someone else that might enjoy it. If you haven't seen my Shop My Stash, I'll go ahead and link it up in the card. So yeah, let's go ahead and get onto the products. The first product I do have is this Wet n Wild color icon, and this is in Reserve Your Cabana. As you can tell, it's really light, but it says it's a bronzer. It's who are you bronzing with this? I did definitely pick this up knowing that it wasn't gonna be a bronzer for me. I thought it was gonna be either like a very nice powder. I just don't like that it has a slight sheen to it. For me, because I am also oily too, I don't need powders that give me a little bit of sheen. My face does that within an hour of powdering my face. I am very oily, so I don't need extra sheen and shine to it. So this is why I'm decluttering this. It's not a bad product, it's just not for me, and I definitely think if you're very fair, this would work for you as an all-over setting powder. These two products, as you can see, this is a Physicians Formula Super BB all-in-one beauty balm powder with SPF 30, which I appreciate. Now I have one that's light medium and I have one that's medium dark. The slightest variation, really. It kind of does the same thing that the Wet n Wild Cabana one does. It just gives my face a very weird sheen to it. Like I said, that I really don't enjoy. I'm deciding to just go ahead and declutter this. They're very barely used, and if all used, maybe swatch. So someone else might enjoy this. This product, oh my god, I freaking hated it. So I hate it is a strong word, but I hated this product. It really didn't do anything. This is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Mascara. Very beautiful packaging, but bulky, just like most Physicians Formula packaging are. They're very bulky. It has this plastic curved wand to it, which is okay. It's really nice. It actually puts on the mascara well. But the thing was that I work out. So the fact that I work out, I sweat. And I need mascaras that don't smudge on me. And this was the smudgiest thing. Oh my god. So smudgy. I would sweat. Crazy smudge right there. 15 minutes later, after I wiped it off, there'll be more. I hated this. This sucked. This really horrid. Stay away. Stay far away. And it didn't do anything to my lashes. It wasn't anything great. Like, it coated it about, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I would say definitely stay away from this if you don't want to smudge. And I just use this on the top of my eyelashes. I didn't even use this on the bottom. So the fact that it kept smudging onto the bottom of my eyes, it was horrible mascara. I would definitely not recommend this at all. These next two products I dislike, and these are the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glosses in Candy and Melon. This is Candy and this is Melon. Although they're nice on the lips, they're not overly sticky or anything like that. They are opaque. Like, they are this color. As you can see, they're definitely opaque. They're opaque lip gloss, but that's the kind of problem with it as well. They're lip gloss. So when they're super opaque like this, and they are quite creamy, so they do move around quite a bit. It's not cute. They tend to give me that like ring on my inner lip too. When I do apply it, applies on super streaky. It's very difficult to work with, and I'm just I'm not a fan of these. I'm just gonna throw them away. I really don't think this would work for anybody. It is just way too difficult of a formula to work with. This next product from Wet n Wild, the color icon in Rose Champagne. It is supposed to be a blush. For me, it's obviously just way too nude of a color that it does not show up on my skin. I'm gonna swatch it for you. And see, it's like, you can't even see it. It's right there, but it's not for my skin tone. It did not work as a blush for me because the tone was way too soft, the pigmentation was way too subtle, and then it left like just like a glittery kind of sparkly mess on my cheeks. So I tried to use it as a highlighter and it did not give me the opacity or the shine that I like when I do put highlighter on my face. It didn't work out for me. I'd rather just go ahead and give this to someone with a bit fairer complexion than I have. Now this product is an I don't know what they actually call it, but it's a trio of shades in Smoky Sea. As you can see, it is an all shimmer shade. So the white is shimmery, the black is shimmery, and the blue is shimmery. And they're not very opaque. Let me go ahead and try to swatch this for you. Right here. Like this, it looks kind of fine with the finger swatches. With brush application, it's not good. Most people don't want shimmery blacks. And then I try to use a blue and it just opaqueness that I would want from the colors, especially with a brush. Not something I wanted to willingly try to work with and work through. So I decided, hey, let's declutter it, give it to someone else. Okay, and now I have a slew of depotted eyeshadow singles. So some of them might be correct in when I explain this might be from this brand or something. Some of them might not. I'm just gonna try to the best of my abilities to remember. Okay, so these two. This is like a gray shimmery shade. It's not matte. It has a bit of sheen to it. And this is a matte black with slight sparkles in it. I try to use these and they're just not opaque enough for how I like to wear my eyeshadows. I was just like, let's just get rid of them. I'm not using them. I don't use black very often, and then it has like sparkles in it. If I'm going for a black, I want a matte black. I don't want anything with any sheen or shimmer to it, but it's not opaque enough. It comes off as kind of like a gray wash. So this I definitely did not need. I do have blacks in my collection that I can use instead of this. Now this one, it's just not opaque. It's very hard to pick up onto the brush, and this is the color you get out of it, and I'm like, do I really need this color? I don't reach for this color at all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter it. It's just not worth having it in my collection. Now these two, I kind of don't have no idea where these came from. I should really try the single shadows I buy before I depot them and not realize where I got them from. Cream white shimmer, I just don't use. Don't need it. Not very opaque. It blends out to pretty much nothing. So decluttering this. This one is a very bright pink shimmer shade that kind of does the same thing as a white, just leaves a little bit of a pink. So it kind of just blends out to nothing as well. It's not useful in my collection. Now these, if you can see them, these things that I'm talking about right here. Sorry for the weird angle. I just don't want them to fall. These are a true eyeshadow from Almay. And while I kind of like the colors, they were okay. They're not as bad as the other ones that I discussed. They're just okay. And I have way too many eyeshadows in my collection to mess with something that's okay. I just don't need them. Now this one, this is, I believe, is a Maybelline single. It's just very chunky. It's a very chunky gray, black, silvery shade. It just doesn't work on the eye. When I try to use it, it just kind of flakes a lot. Crazy amount of fallout, and especially for this dark color, you don't want that crazy amount of fallout. I have similar shades like this that work a bit better, that go on smoother. So I definitely just don't need this in my collection. Now this is a Wet n Wild depotted from their trios, one of their trios. And I kept the other two, but I'm decluttering this shade, which is a crease shade. So dark for a crease shade. But it's kind of like a brown black with specks of gold glitter. Once you put it on the eyes, most of the gold glitter goes away, so that doesn't even bother me. But it's just not a color I would reach for. The opaqueness of it isn't the best. When you do blend this out, it just kind of fades to a very grungy color that I don't enjoy. Now for the last item I do have in this declutter, I can't remember where this came from. It's a depotted baked formula. I think it's an e.l.f. product. That's where my mind is going with it. I think it's an e.l.f. product. It's a baked product, so I normally wet it, but just kind of like the other ones, they just don't wow me with the color pigmentation. They're just kind of like meh. And then they're both shimmery shades. It would have been better if this was like a matte and that was a shimmer, because I don't usually use like dark shimmer shades on my eyelids very often. So I just was not the biggest fan of this, and it just didn't give me any like wow indications or anything like that. So I just went ahead and said, hey, let's just declutter this and get this out of my collection. And like I said at that, it was the last product in this declutter, and I hope you guys did enjoy. You got some feedback. I'm just kind of happy to get these out of my collection. I don't have to deal with them anymore. So I'm glad that I've actually been using up more things and decluttering things that say, hey, I already spent the money on it. Someone else can have the product. I can't return them. I might as well just go ahead and, you know, gift them to somebody that would like it better. Obviously, the things that just don't work for me, I'm giving to friends or family. The things that just suck, I'm tossing, because there's no point in giving shit products to somebody else. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. If you aren't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Like to follow me on Instagram, where I post lifestyle, fitness, makeup, and my project Panty. And then I guess that's it for me. I thank you guys for giving me a bit of your time, and I hope wherever and whenever you guys are watching this, you guys are having a good day. I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.
Which hopefully I'm gonna be, but hopefully I'm doing pretty, and I am doing pretty good on my no buy. It's the opacity. That is, oof, fell there. So these two I know are from Wet n Wild. So this is, sorry, but on brush applique with blush. But for me, it's obviously but like, the first product I do have is this Wet n